Hey, KK 97, is it 97 or 79? 97. Um, Girl, you want to know the tea, girl. Let's see. Yeah, with all the anti-trans things happening in Florida right now, do John and I plan on staying here? Yes. Let me just skip to the punch. Yes, John and I are planning on staying in Florida. Um, but girl, can they please get off my back? Okay, so where do I want to start on this video? Gosh. Recording live Ask Misty's on TikTok doesn't allow editing, so that sucks. Yeah, so our governor is kind of a jerk. Kind of. And the anti-trans laws are real. And the reality is, they don't want us to leave our house. They don't want us to be alive. They don't want us to go out in public. These laws are intentionally trying to eradicate trans people. Denying trans coverage of healthcare, period, that means trans people can't get access. And literally, for 4 months, none of my clients and myself were off our care. 100% off. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. The law was written so loosely and so vague and so scare tactic-ish. I don't know how to use a more educated word than that. Nobody was willing to risk their job or their business or their practice to advocate for their clients. So literally for 4 months, we did find loopholes. Now, yesterday, I was fighting a loophole with one of my clients is now staying at a healthcare treatment center for sobriety and mental health. And she was told yesterday that she was denied her estrogen and testosterone because it was illegal for trans people to take their medication. Girl, mama activist Misty got on the phone and was calling her treatment center and talking. Now, I started off with this thought process that when misinformation is spread, like let's say, newsflash, Misty's in a car accident, front page news. The redaction saying, sorry, Misty wasn't in a car accident. The car accident was really close to Misty and she saw it. Nobody reads the redaction. So the misinformation is out there and nobody's redacting it. It's the truth isn't being spread as rapid fire as the lie. So I thought they were just dealing with misinformation. What I didn't understand was that while in a treatment center, you are required by law to have the doctor of that facility write your prescription. Now, one of the things our governor did for estrogen and testosterone is if you're a licensed nurse practitioner or if you're a physician's assistant or if you're XYZ, all these other jobs that are not a full MD doctor, but they're assistants and helpers, you can write prescriptions, but not anymore for estrogen or testosterone blockers, etc. So now what's happening is my client who has a legal prescription from a legal doctor at a legal medical facility that I linked her to is now at a treatment center for substance use disorder. And I'm talking to her leadership team or medical team, and they are not allowed to have external medication. So I totally understand that because obviously she could have taken something and squirted it in her estrogen before she got into the treatment center. So my solution was, why don't one of you go to the doctor's office and pick up her refills or have them shipped to you from the medical center? That way you 100% know what she's taking. But by their policy, all treatment centers' policies apparently, their medical provider on staff has to write the prescription. So, long story short, there's a lot of obstacles and hurdles to go through that I thought we had already surpassed. But I truly do believe we as humanity, our insecurity tells us to put other people down. So the rhetoric hasn't changed. The rhetoric is protect the majority. We have to protect the Christian children. Jewish people are eating Christian babies. Of course, this is hundreds of thousands of years ago, but that was a message sent to the masses. Protect the white women. They're being raped by black men. Teachers that are gay might rape kids. Anita Bryant, 70s. So the rhetoric isn't changing. They're still using fear-mongering. Protect the majority. Protect the women. Protect the children. Protect this. And that's the message they're sending out. And the unfortunate thing is many people in America don't know a trans person. Now, if you go back to the civil rights area 15. If you go back to the civil rights era, the reason segregation was so important is because it's difficult to hate up close. So if I'm in the bathroom and you're crying in the stall next door because you're a mom of 5 kids and you can't afford backpacks and your kids don't have, your oldest doesn't have hand-me-downs and doesn't have school shoes. And I hear you crying and I'm like, honey, what's going on? You're like, I don't have school shoes for my son. He's going to school. And I'm like, what size is his feet? Well, girl, I've got 4 pairs of shoes I could give you right now. My husband doesn't wear. Let me give you some shoes. What if I start to like you? What if I start giving you backpacks? What if I start to look at you as a human being and not a deplorable, not a pig, not a rat, not a cockroach, not a dog, not a savage, whatever these anti-human languages that we are used as fear-mongering and anti-human speech. So those were the racist ideations, like don't like them. Now, most of America's idea of trans people is what they see on the media, what they see on news programs, what they see in movies. Now, historically speaking, what about movies talks about trans people? Horny boys like, what was it? They're not trans, but Tom Hanks played something, Bosom Buddies. They wanted to get in the girls' dorm. I don't remember the plot of Some Like It Hot, but I think it was the same thing. These 2 guys hung out with Marilyn Monroe in drag, so to speak. But also Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, serial killer. Silence of the Lambs. I wanted to be a girl so bad I killed them and wear their skin. So if Middle America is fed these images and fed these messages, and then this fear-mongering comes in and they're like, protect the children. Oh yeah, we need to protect the children. I just really got off on a side tangent. I am that teacher. I like side tangents. So long story short, yes, it is a very scary time in Florida. But also, yes, my husband and I are staying. I don't blame my clients and I don't blame my friends that have moved. I don't. I understand it. I also understand parents of young trans people that got out. But there has to be people to stay and fight. And I do believe 10 steps forward, 4 steps back. The cat is out of the bag. You can't shove the cat back in that little bag. And I think our politicians are panicking because the cat's out of the bag. People already, like for example, Laverne Cox was on the cover of Time magazine. Caitlyn Jenner was on the cover of Vanity Fair. The more famous trans people become, the more people start to panic. Oh, you need to know your place. Stop being uppity. Get back. You should hide. Get back in your house and don't come out. You don't have a bathroom to use.